So I'm going to discuss a bit about how we are connecting with the standards organizations. Next slide. The purpose and scope of these standards, there are a wide range of areas that are very important. One of them for us is the intellectual property rights for framework license construct. But it also, as you've seen in a few of the diagrams so far, there are a series of interface specifications. All of these are very important. These are some of the attributes that we look for in our standards. And I think you can look through those yourself. I'll go to the next slide. With regard to the types of MPAI technical documents, Leonardo mentioned this in his introduction, but we have the technical report, which is considered to be informative, the technical specification, which is normative, the reference software, normative, the conformance assessment activity is normative as well. And then we also have the performance assessment. These are the types of documents that we have, but we will see over the life of the standard that we will have most or all of these types of documents. Next slide, please. With regard to, and Leonardo mentioned some of this at the beginning, but these are a series of the standards projects that MPAI is undertaking right now. And you can see that we have covered a broad scope with regard to these standards, and they serve as the basis for working with other standards organizations. The next slide, please. We have been working with other standards development organizations, IEEE Standards Association, the ITUT focus group effort. We have started discussions with the W3C Open Metaverse Interoperability activity, and we are participating as well with the Metaverse Standards Forum that has over some 2,200 companies that are involved in this activity. Next slide. With regard to the IEEE, this is one of the largest organizations that we work with. We've had a great deal of success. It is a large organization of 400,000 members, and in it has an IEEE Standards Association that has a board of governors, as well as a standards board that provides oversight for the development of standards. And as was mentioned earlier, we are filing the MPAI technical specifications to IEEE as an adoption standard and without modification. And I think we've had a great deal of success in the very short period of time we've been working with the IEEE. Next slide, please. With regard to the types of IEEE standards, there's the individual method, and this is one where you have one vote, one individual, and the other is the entity-based, where you have one company, one vote, and we are pursuing the entity-based process with the IEEE at this point and working with the corporate advisory group within the IEEE Standards Association. Next slide, please. This is, so you saw the diagram. This gives you a sequential flow of how a standard or a technical specification from MPAI is then submitted to the IEEE. And it goes through a standards committee within the corporate advisory group. It is reviewed and approved, and then it moves into the corporate advisory group, and it also, there's a validation with regard to a registration authority, and then it moves into where it is formally accepted as a project authorization report, and it is in the new standards committee. And then we have a series of balloting processes. This goes to a review committee that will then review, and at the end of the day, this is approved by the standards board, and at that point, this becomes a standard. This is then officially approved by the Board of Governors and is made available on the IEEE Explore digital library. Next slide, please. As was mentioned earlier, we have successfully submitted 3 MPAI technical specifications that are now IEEE standards, and that is the 3300, the 3301, and the 3302. Next slide, please. We also have 2 other PARs, project authorization requests, that have been submitted and they're in process. One is going into the new standards committee, 3303, and excuse me, that is actually going into the review committee in May, and then the 3304 is going into the new standards committee in May as well. Next slide, please. We have MPAI store, and it provides the registration authority, and we, through this process, perform conformance assessment, performance assessment, and then we have a process for implementation distribution. Next slide, please. In summary, MPAI is engaged in the development of an amazing series of AI-based standards. I encourage all to join MPAI and become a contributor in the development of the next generation standards, and bring your influence to the next level. Next slide, please. All right. And with that, I'll say join MPAI, share the fun, and build the future. Thank you.